Hi, fellow Django developers. Ezekiel here from alwaysdjango.com. Where we discuss interesting Django topics that help you grow, improve as a Django developer. If that sounds interesting, like, subscribe, share this video with anyone. If you find this video important, let's get into it. So today we are going to be discussing how to create a React project, right? So this will serve as a stepping stone to what we'll be doing in future, where we have our Django backend API. I will have our React front end, right? I will connect both of them and allow them to communicate with one another, right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to start off and we'll move over to our code editor to see how it's done. So to have React, create a React project on our system, first things first, we have to have Node installed on our system, right? So if you haven't heard about Node, it's not much of a thing. You don't really have to know much about Node in order to have a React created, right? So you have to come to nodejs.org, right? You have to come to nodejs.org. Right here, you see many types of downloads for different operating systems. So you see for Windows, for 32 bits, for 64 bits, you see for Mac OS, you see for Linux, right? So you choose the one that suits your operating system and you download it, right? So if you click here, it will start your download. You download, install it on your system, and continue, right? So once you have Node installed on your system, if you open your command line, if you open your command line, right, and type node, right? If you type node, you see something like a shell get open for you, right? So if you see something like this, you know that node is installed. So you see a message right here, welcome to Node.js version 18.16.0, right? It's your Node.js version. So if you don't see something like this, it means node was not installed. So maybe you need to restart your system, reinstall node or something like that, right? So but if you see this, congratulations, first step done, you have node installed, right? So the second step will obviously be creating the project, right? So you come to your file explorer, the location where you want your Node.js project to live in, right? So I'll go to my C drive here. If I come to YouTube, I have a folder called YouTube, always Django. Right here, this is where I'll create my React project. So if I come there, come to my CMD. Now, to create your React project, you need to type this command npx, right? Create dash react dash app, right? So you say nps create react app. I'll leave this command in the description below so that you can look at it. Nps create react app, then you give the name of the React app, right? So let's call it YouTube React um, creation creation tutorial, right? Whatever you want to name your project, so you name it that, right? So if you say this, if you say nps create react app, then give it the name of the app, this will run through processes. It will download, it will create your project and download packages and dependencies that you need for that creation and just walk you through generally, right? So at this point, you don't really need to do anything. You just have to keep your fingers crossed and wait for it while it does this thing, right? So this takes like from maybe 3 minutes to maybe 10 minutes, depending on the speed of your computer and the speed of your network, right? So I will pause the video and continue once this process is done, right? So I'll get back to you guys. 7 minutes barely, our process has completed. So if I come to the folder, so this the folder your React Native app created here. This is your React Native app source code so far, right? So this is the boilerplate. This is what comes with React by default, right? So if I open this in VS Code and code.vs code, my favorite code editor. So if I open this in VS Code, I just want to open it and run the application so that we'll see what we have, right? We'll see what it looks like and be sure that this was successful, right? So this is our source code right here. So if I open my terminal, yes, I trust this folder. I'll open my terminal. Hopefully this does not waste our time. Command line. Yeah. So if I say npm run start, right? So to start your React app, not React Native now. Sorry guys, I've been dabbling with React Native. So, but if you start your React app, to start your React app, you say npm run start, right? So if you say npm run start, what you to simply do is spin up a development server for you and serve your codes like that, right? So if you come to source, I think so. If you come to source, you see app app.js. So why this is starting, let me just walk us through what this does. So in the future, we'll be making a React tutorial, right? We'll be going through a React playlist, right? Where we'll be going in depth as a beginner, everything you need to know to start up becoming a React developer. So we'll do that in the future. But for now, let's just walk through this. So this app.js, this is the components, and React we call them components, or this is the JavaScript JavaScript app that starts by default. So when this, you can see here we have starting development server, right? So when our app starts, this folder right here, this file right here, this component right here will be the component that renders by default, right? So I think it has, so it starts on localhost port 3000, right? So localhost port 3000, that's the default um, port where React starts at, right? So hopefully this takes some seconds too. So hopefully like a minute or a few seconds, this will start, right? So if you go back, so you can see this React Native right here. You can see my emulator right here. So in future also we'll be doing a lot of tutorials. I have lots and lots and lots and lots of tutorials planned out for all of us, right? A lot of interesting stuff. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, give this video a like, and comment. If you have any question, also leave the question for me. So this is our app rendered right here, right? So you can see edit sroc app.js, which is the component I just talked about, app.js, and save to reload, right? So if you come here, let's say always Django is awesome, awesome, because it is, right? So always Django is awesome, right? So if you come back here, so automatically if you save, your code gets compiled, recompiled, and the changes get reflected on the browser automatically, right? So it's compiling here. So I guess it's because of the emulator and the other, so this process that is also running here, that's why it's probably slow. So the change should have been, so you can see always Django is awesome, right? So that's it for me today, guys. This is how you create a React app. This is how you download, create a React app, and get started up, right? So in the next tutorial, we'll probably also continue with our Django REST framework tutorials, right? So we'll have maybe 3 or 4 videos there. Then we get back to React, to make a playlist on React, then make a playlist on Django backend with a React front end, connect both of them, and wow. So have a nice day, guys. Take care of yourself, and peace.